a lot of people have woken up after some of the tragic events in the US. And just even if you wake up in the morning and you look at yourself in the mirror, do you think that this is a lot of words, or is that truly action, and this time things are going to change?
I think the jury is out. I think what was encouraging about this time is companies really understanding that they do have to do more than just say Black Lives Matter. They are looking at who, what vendors do they use? Starting to set targets like Roberto's company in terms of not just the general population of employees, but the leadership. And I think that I saw an individual change in many of my colleagues where they are taking steps to educate themselves and to understand. And I think that's a big part of it too. Really getting our white allies to think hard about what it means to be anti-racist and how does that play out in their own lives, in the lives of their children, in the lives of their family. So that is something that I saw that was different, that came out of the George Floyd protests and movement after that. But it is very easy for people to slip back into old habits. And I think that is what, my role and my job and folks like you guys are to really keep that change moving forward and keep that progress.
Yeah. Roberto, also, what do you think is needed to make these long-lasting changes? Brazil has had some very progressive laws on the books, but have they been really helpful? Is more needed? Where are you on this?
Well, listen, I could not agree more with Angela and Sanda. I think it is important to think about more holistic about, those issues and not just stay within our own organizations or our companies. It is important to, work with the communities that we operate and make sure that we are potentially driving a different outcome with them. And it is important that we also appreciate the differences that comes from the companies, from our own employees, how they operate, their culture. I mean, we have two companies from the North Hemisphere, two companies from the South Hemisphere. They could not be more different. And one of the things is not to try to force one size fits all, really respecting the difference, embracing the difference, and make sure that also this somehow gets amplified in the way we are working with the communities, with our vendors, with our partners, with our customers, with our network of consultants and representatives, celebrating those differences, make sure that they feel supported, make sure that we can equip them also to be successful in acting in their own community. So it is an interdependent effort. It is an ecosystem effort. That's the only way we're going to really address some of the very deep issues that I think we are talking about here. But I would also reinforce that point. Let's also really be clear about that, there's a lot of things that we don't know as leaders, and we need to accept that if we want to really try to make difference in a way that hasn't been done yet. And that self-awareness, I also think that is very important.